Howdy cowdies, weekly walkabout time at the collector. Hope you've been good, I don't really care. It's bloody windy outside. Anyway, we've been flattening our car, got heaps of cool, more stuff to get through for tomorrow night's sale. They're all old footy cigarette cards in there, they're all old footy cigarette cards in there. And then there's these nice Allen's ones here as well that are colour. The other two lots are all in black and white. Cereal toys, Camel Train I think they are. And then we've got some more cereal toy flicker rings and little sort of pendants and things, lenticular sort of stuff. And then over the back there you got a bunch of wacky walkers. And then you got some kingly critters. That green one's got his crown, but one of the points is missing off it. You got a nice men's Seiko chronograph, just needs a battery. This little Peter's plastic ice cream ball. He's a pretty cool little bit. And you got a General Electric LED and a Casio digital watch over the back there. There you got Neptune's Undersea Band, I think, cereal toys, and their Zoo Chew cereal toys. And then we've got those little ones as well with some stickers that have been, they had the backings taken off with their little ball games as well. And these are some cereal toys, all still in their original packaging. Little collection of little charcoal and a print over the back there with this nice cane walking stick with the unmarked silver top. Couple of nice big signed America's Cup prints. Johnny Bertrand, Ben Lexon, and the other bloke, who else has signed it? The Tactician. And then that one's coming home, signed by Dennis Connor and a couple of other Yanks. They're pretty cool things though. We've got the twin head gumball machine. He's an absolute ripper. You get the bonus Coca-Cola pennant. And a big collection of sort of bonus Super Bowls in there as well. I don't even know if they'll actually come out properly, but it's just really cool. Nice original piece on the stand and everything. Big collection of sort of decorative china, mainly English. Some nice bell stuff. You've got this nice big cold cloth setting. Crinoline lady. Other sort of good quality stuff down underneath as well. 3 shelves of it. Nice big group. Good little mixed lot. Couple of nice little bits of mid-century. Little side tables there. With the cut-down Victorian whatnot and a little oriental stand. V point of sale. Pretty cool. Mongoose scooter. It's got the Tafts. Collection of toys. There's these plastic things that you've got to get some of the balls down and through. You got an old mousetrap game. There's some 1/18 scales, but someone's missing a door. Heaps of die cast down the bottom. Spud gun. Money boxes, there's lots of good stuff in there. Another nice collection of chinas, heaps of Wedgwood and Belique. And other good quality stuff in amongst again. 2 big boxes full of all these Jazz Archive LPs, all by Swaggy Records. The records and the covers actually as well are all in mint condition. They've never been played. There are some duplicates, all right, but some of them are in 2 and 3 volume sets and stuff like that. It's just a really cool lot. They're just in mint condition. 2 boxes of stuff, 2 boxes of stuff, 2 boxes of things. And we've got all these cool model kits, all unmade airplane model kits, plus this one that works, and another one of them in the box. The Dawn Patrol. They're kind of cool, these prop shots from the sort of late 70s, just judging by that kid's hairdo and clothing. What else? We've got a couple of big Matisse prints. This one looks to be a serograph or a screen print, but it is a bit damaged, as you can see. There's some big scratches and stuff like that. Bit discoloured here and there as well. They're just good things. Big group, lot of mixed items. There's all sorts of gear in amongst here. Horns and Australian pottery. And this lot goes with some pictures and the magazine rack and some other pictures and stuff in it. Then we've got a nice collection of signed orifice and other glass. Nice lot of books, art reference and other sort of Australiana sort of stuff as well. Biographies and stuff. Another big lot of Marilyn Monroe books and sort of pin-up girl sort of stuff, and heaps of scrapbooks as well. Or Elizabeth Taylor and that sort of stuff. Got a lot of sort of audio gear. You got drum machines and guitar amps and speaker sets. Little digital CD players, pretty kind of cool in amongst there as well. Boxes of dolls and dolls clothing. I think there's little plastic ones. There's a nice old AM one. There you go. Armand Marseille bisque doll, circa 19 cents. $65 as is. Cheap. But I think it's all there. There's those bloody eyes. Ooh. Now there's extra clothing and stuff like that in amongst there as well. You don't get that though. Big lot of footy cards. Some of them are signed. Reece Shaw. Yes, you got Matty Rosa, I think's the bloody list manager at Essendon now. Daniel Pearce. There's heaps of footy cards. Heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps. Interesting lot of records. Some of them are a little bit as found. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, the record. Half the record's actually in there. And it's a gatefold, but it's all stuck together and stuff. Sweet. But yeah, some of them are Van Halen, but gore, blimey, that's pretty scratched. John Lennon, rock and roll, John Lennon again. There is some good stuff. You can see the Van Halen cover is absolutely cactus, and the record itself's probably pretty chewy as well. All right. What else have we got? Big lot of sort of men's chunky watches, sort of chronographs and stuff like that, varying brands. Some old footy fan cards. Which ones are these? 1965. Thule Bird cereal toys. Some interesting ephemera. Some more footy photos. 64. I think the other ones are 65 and 66, and I think 64 is this lot. You got men's sort of sport watches and digital watches in there. Some Olympic ephemera. Nice little collection of jewellery and stuff as well. The cereal toy totems. Some good yo-yos. These are cool, these big, heavy cast iron, sort of ecclesiastic. Little sort of bench ends or something like that. We thought they were from a church pew, but not when you look at those tops. Unless it was a really thick, big slab seat or something. But then again, they're also really quite high as well, so it's just a bit wacky. They're just really quite nice with that little cross sort of emblem in the centre there. This is a good big lot of photography equipment, enlargers and all sorts of stuff in amongst. Nice big group lot. You got some more stoneware crocs, and someone's sort of etched a design out of a cow skull. Cool little Bakelite A&A Airways ashtray. Scandinavian another glass. Couple of mannequins. Boxes of china and stuff, sort of ladies' items. There's some good quality gear in amongst here. 2 boxes, big lot of tools and stuff, but there's nice old fans and carpenter's planes and blow torches. He's kind of cool as well, the old cast sort of pop metal Native American Indian figure. You got this nice World War I or II, I think it's got the rounded, enamelled rounded top on it. He's cool though. Alright, CDs, DVDs and stuff. Baseball bats, skateboards and a Valentino Rossi motorbike helmet. Partly made 112 scale Porsche, which is quite large, and then you got the 110 scale Super Cobra remote control car, but it's basically just that, just the sort of chassis. Doesn't have the cover on it, plus a Futaba hand controller as well. All right, old soft drink can for the big Jim Beam bottle display. What else have we got? Pretty cool Promethean projector there with a couple of bits of sort of modernist metal, Don Shield and other stuff. 2 boxes of books and gear, some good Batman stuff and games and kids' books in amongst here as well. Nice box lot of Royal Albert. Big lot of the Tomy AFX Aurora slot car sets. Peter Brock's Bathurst, and all the cars are there. There's probably some extra cars. And an extra box there with some track and one of Brocky's cars. Spinning wheel with a couple of lap drums. Nice little collection of lamp bases. Reproduction. This one looks actually to have a bit of age. This one's kind of cool with the little embossed emus around it. But that might have been for maybe a heat lamp or something like that, maybe. It's just nice. 2 more little gumball machines, some carved wooden items. We've got a good little lot of motoring gear, a couple of old Golden Fleece, a nice little Castrol bottle there with the embossed glass, some Shell, some more Castrol, little Mobil handy oil and the chrome cleaner, mixed group lot. And then some other ones as well with the plastic spouts. All right, what else have we got? There's a good little lot of toys underneath there. Good box lot of CDs. There's heaps of good stuff. The Vines, Bon Jovi, B-52s, Beastie Boys, Grateful Dead Live, David Bowie, Hilltop Hoods. There's heaps of good stuff. Sheet music, magazines. There you go, lovely big framed diptych there of the whale prints there, but one of them is, you can see it's all signed limited edition by the artist. This is a ripper, the Scale Electric slot car set with the motorbikes and their sidecars. Crazy, those guys, crazy. Good little amplifier, another little mix lot of records, a bit of Kiss with some other gear in amongst as well. Kate Sobrano single, Zulu soundtrack. Nice big lot of Enid Blyton books. I think there's a first edition in amongst or something like that. Nice collection of English 1930s China. Another nice little group lot with some little Dalton setting and the Wedgwood and Royal Albert. This is a good big lot of heavy metal records, but some of them are really as found, and this Ozzy Osbourne is just the cover, but you can see that the cover has been sort of stuck to something else. There's heaps of Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. All right, but a lot of the covers are as found, and then there's old bloody Savers stickers on the friggin' covers. Bloody spanners. All right, but yeah, just a good lot. It's just a shame about the condition. There's another good lot of records as well at the top. Beatles, Status Quo, Jimi Hendrix. Once again, some of them are in average condition. A bit of Kiss in amongst there as well. There's a bit of a bugger about Ace Frehley passing away the other day. Batmobiles. What else have we got? Big lot of brass and other sort of bits and bobs. All the blue and white and red and white china. Little collection of Brownie Downing prints. This is a good little mixed group lot. Little shop bell in amongst there, which was working before. There you go. He's great, the little golfer Cruitt set, but he's only got one ball. A bit like Hitler. Yeah, if you can make yourself laugh, you know, you'll be all right. He's nice, the chip carved blotter. Little miniature set of cards, nice little sort of pen nib box. There's some nice little bits in there. And we're laughing at that for the rest of the friggin' day now. We've got some nice paintings this week. Nice Evan Mackley there, Summer Sailing. This Dorothy Sutton's an absolute ripper. It's called The Ferry. All the people in the oldie sort of dress. Really cool. 1968, so it's pretty early for this type of sort of naive thing, but it's fantastic. This is great, the Nina Gregory Pussycats, it's called. Really cool. She was a student of Wes Pemberthy. She used to have, I think, a pretty successful restaurant in Toorak somewhere. She was an actress. She was a good painter. Good fun, she was. What else have we got? The Sally Robinson screen print over the back with the kangaroos looking out Mudgee too. We've got some more nice Carlos Mednas works. We've got this lovely sort of nude study, ink and wash. Nice big abstract as well. And this is quite unusual, sort of in the shearing shed, big watercolour, signed and dated 1981. All right, nice little Matthew James McNally watercolour. He's a good painter. Shorty Jackson Japinjimpa. Nice big Aboriginal oil painting on canvas. Untitled. It's just a ripper though. Big thing, like 120 by 120 or something like that. So there's some more nice paintings this week. Big collection of Victorian ceramics. 2 shelves full of it. You got a little sterling silver collar on one of the bits here. Some of the bits are as found. All right, but it's a nice big lot. Most of these vases are pretty good. Some Bronowski lithographs. Nice collection of sort of modernist coloured glass. There's a great lot of motorbike toys. This is pretty cool. Battery operated. But it's missing the battery cover underneath, as you can see, but that's a ripper of a bit. And all of these are Mattel Rumblers. You don't see these around every day. Bloke in his chariot. Thing on the bloody rocket ship. They've got their markings always. See the rumblers on the back spoiler there, but that's pretty crazy that it's still got the little plastic sort of training wheels almost on it. How's that do with the American Eagle? They're really cool though. Really cool. There you go, different sort of colourways. Same dude, but yeah, one red, one orange, and this guy hasn't got his training wheels. But they're just really cool. You can see little tyres missing off the front there. Alright. I'm not sure if he's a rumbler. He's pretty cool though. Yeah, I think he is. I can see Mattel underneath there. Really good lot. You got the Toy Story toys in their boxes. Some fire hose nozzles. Little Chinese lamps, pretty cool, with a couple of other bits of ceramic. The reverse painted Japanese paintings are pretty cool and a fair bit of age to them. 2 boxed point of sale unopened sets of Star Trek Next Generation bubble gum. So there's 2 of them. You got more different lots of sort of trading cards all still in their packs. Moonraker, Jaws, E.T. Oh shit, there goes E.T. He's phoning home. But there's heaps of good ones in there. Superman, all sorts of stuff. Nice big group. Boomeroo Australian cash register. Boxed Batmobile. 3 loose Batmobiles. Good big lot of Beatles vinyl. This is a good mix lot. Spliff. Ape the Cry again. Frank Zappa. There's the lot numbers come off. The Wet Ones, they're a little Melbourne band. There's some good stuff. Once again, a bit some sort of obscure stuff in amongst. This is cool, the Gakken Puck, Super Puck Monster, but it's missing the battery cover. But it goes with this great little Tomy, little Pac-Man sort of game, which is really cool. Alright. What else have we got? Reproduction Golden Fleece. Cool little Matchbox hot rod there with a little rubber, or little plasticky rubber Rat Fink toy. Big boxed Batmobile with Batman and Robin. But you can see that the little bit of plastic there needs a bit of mucking around. The Richmond foil picture's a cracker. This is a great little sort of tin toy made by Haji in Japan. Little World War One. I think it's a little Curtis Jenny, maybe, something like that, with a little machine gun on underneath it as well. He's just cool. 3 American 1/18 scale muscle cars, Pontiacs and Camaros and the Trans Am. Alright, what else? A big blow-up Vegemite. Melbourne Demon, sort of woven nylon mat. Another nice big mix lot of English and other ceramics. You got more Bronowski lithos. Nice little collection of Royal Winton. They're all sort of little breakfast set trays and things like that. Another nice collection of coloured glass. Another nice lot of Royal Winton. Copper and other gear. Mixed lot of EP&S, including this unusual WMF. So it's got like a bloody silver plate over the ceramic underneath, which is a bit unusual. Some good little lot of retro gear. Japanese stuff with some nice bits of Clisson in amongst. Nice modernist rod cutlery set, which is actually a nice sort of stylish shape and design about it. With these 2 big sort of glass cage things. Really nice set of scales with all their bits and bobs in the little drawer. With an 8mm projector. What else have we got? Nice Aboriginal didgeridoo with a couple of Seapic spears. Then we've got some other good gear, some more nice ladies' bits and bobs. This Victorian mother of pearl calling card case is a lovely bit. Just needs the lid and a bit of work to put the lid back on. But there's other nice little bits and bobs in amongst there. Toys with this boxed Atari smash hit pack. There's 2 cartridges with all of those games on them. A little lot of Australiana, ceramics, wooden items and other stuff. Some scale model Mustangs, including the Boss 302. He's a good one, the Japanese tin toy robot, but he's had one of his foots off. He is as found as you can see. He's missing his battery cover. Some novelty teapots. Bit of Tom Waits action. Fantastic stuff. Heart Attack and Vine. Great lot. Jersey Girl, Mr. Seagull, Heart Attack and Vine. The title track's pretty amazing. Another good lot of Australian ceramics and stuff. Some good ephemera, sporting ephemera, including the Melbourne Olympics 1956 football fixture. Olympic Guide Cricket Tour. That's a really cool little thing with Polaco advertising. Bakelite lamps in a tray. You can see that where the globes are, they're a bit discoloured. A couple of Judas Priest LP picture disc. And this Sin After Sin is an obscure, it's had all the branding blacked out. So you can see at the top left there, the Columbia is blacked out. Columbia on the back is blacked out. And the little ring of Columbia around the label has been blacked out. So it's an American pressing from 1977 to be exported, probably to Australia, where they weren't allowed to use the Columbia branding or something like that. All right, but it's a good record. I couldn't find another copy of that on Discogs. Speaking about good records, Striper, To Hell with the Devil. There you go. Now, these guys were like a Christian heavy metal rock band back in the 80s. Look at them. Look at that guy. Huh? Fantastic stuff. Striper. All I remember was one track, In God We Trust. It was really cool, sort of kitschy, cool, good fun, sort of silly stuff, you know. And then we've got some more nice bits in the front cabinet, big lot of English China trios, some clocks, some other good quality china down the bottom there as well. And we've got this nice French sort of brass clocks around. Some more cabbage majolica over the back there. I wonder if we're going to see the King again tomorrow night. Yeah, poker work, Royal Albert, Continental Silver, Christoffel silver plate. This is a nice big lot here of Royal, you got Wedgwood, Villeroy and Bock, other good quality sort of modern ceramics and glass. Another big lot of English ceramics. These cooler Japanese tin toy highway patrol car. Nice little group lot of Shelley. Kind of like this little Japanese sort of little Art Deco part tea set with a Gustavsberg bowl, Shelley and that nice pussycat. Nice big lot of heavy cut crystal. And again, some sort of modern ceramics. A little Franz vase. You got the nice Ladro or Neo or whatever it is. Bit of Oz pottery. Kind of like this stuff because it reminds me of Moorcroft. And it's nice as well, the sort of deco style little coffee cup over the back there. And then into the end cabinet, we've got some cool stuff. This French, I think it is, 16mm camera. There you go, with all these details up here. I don't know anything about these sort of things. It's got a couple of the eclair. Oh, I could do it with a chocolate eclair. This is a ripper as well, the Slate Ingram Brothers clock. Absolute cracker of a bit. It's in great condition. A little Dalton Orchid pattern part set. A couple of nice bits of modernist George Jensen stainless steel. You've got this lovely bit of Carlton Ware Rouge Royale with the little Ainsley part set. A couple of nice bits of modern glass, Italian wine decanter, and the nice signed orifice. And that's cool. The Katsu Kimura's works. So they're all sort of paper sculptures, all in the book. You can press them out and build like cubed bananas and stuff. The egg is fantastic in there. A little like the Italian glass bowl there with a nice little bit of Ainsley. And we've got some sort of mixed lot of ceramics, the Figgio, Lotti Figgio little three-piece set, the Remude, which has got damage, unfortunately, but it's got a really unusual shaped handle on it. And these two nice little coffee cups as well. They're just unbranded. They're just nice. Signed book, Big Wheels and Little Wheels, signed by L.J. Hartnett, which I think is the history of Holden or something like that. Amber Glass Chicken, stacking set of 6, Chad Valley. It's a good little group. Like you got a Royal Albert motoring cup and saucer. You got a Clarice Cliff plate and another little cup and saucer as well with cars. Scandinavian sort of glass again. Orifice, other sort of stuff. The nice big Costa Boda champagne flutes, nice, and all the little flatbacks. And these are good fun things. Got a bit excited when I saw the backs of these in a box the other day because they're old cigar box lids. There you go. But they do not measure 9 by 5 inches. But they're just really nice. They're both signed. This one actually has got a little bit of a split, I think. Yeah, coming up the top here, there's a little bit of a split. It's starting to split across the top. It is on the back, lake scene, European lake scene after Riesdahl or something like that. I did find the artist. All right, but they're little sort of Australian ones because that's a bloody gum tree. But they're both signed. It looks to be WB. It might be WEB, lower right, but this one is signed WB, lower left. They're just nice things. Nice little things, you know, turn of the century or something like that. And then we've got some other nice bits. The sterling silver, it's marked 925 tray. It is a little bit as found. There's a dint in it, and it has been soldered. I think the sort of base has been coming away. It's starting to split in here. You can see on the back there is a bit of solder. All right. Elsa Ardern. We've got this nice Richard Morel perfume bottle. Nice little Derbyshire koala with his cub. Uranium glass posy dish, Bendigo. And another nice Ernie Abbott etching, Dignity it's called. Actually, probably should have that little fella sitting in front of that big fella, eh? There you go, that'll do. Hopefully you saw something you liked. Hopefully you're not getting blown away. See you guys tomorrow night.